Okay, we're going to be joined on stage by Carolyn Kirsch, Teak Lewis, Judy Dunford, and Shirley Nelson Holst. Please come up. I believe Teak was in Destry, and Shirley was in Little Abner. Carolyn was in Breakfast at Tiffany's, and so was Judy Dunford. Am I right about that?
You're right.
Yes. Good. And what we're going to do, we're going to pass this from. So we have. Can Norma start?
Absolutely.
Okay.
That's not normal.
Oh no. Oh, that's right. That's another panel. Okay. So Carolyn.
Yes.
What was it like auditioning for Michael Kidd?
Well, I'll tell you how I feel right now. I feel a little like Cinderella at the ball with these people in the house who have worked so brilliantly and beautifully for Michael for so many years. I replaced in Skyscraper, and then I did Breakfast at Tiffany's. An audition for Michael was, as we all know, athletic. He was a very athletic choreographer, but I think that my memories of him, having not done that much work with him over the years, my memories of Michael are those of great good humor, and I loved the fact that he made us laugh in rehearsal. Rehearsals were joyous. As difficult as they were still joyous because he was cracking jokes and had that little twinkle in his eye. And
that was a new sensation, wasn't it?
It was just wonderful. It was wonderful. And also as an actress and somebody who was studying acting all along the way, I think that one of Michael's greatest contributions through his choreography was that he allowed characters to come through with the steps that he gave you. He was not just giving you steps, he was creating characters. The characters in the Construction Workers Ballet and Skyscraper were just wonderful. I mean, that was just such a great piece. And the Delicatessen number, even if anybody out there remembers this, you know, everybody on stage had a character. And I think that that's a wonderful contribution for a choreographer to make. So I will always be indebted to him for that contribution.
Bravo, bravo. Shirley, what was it like for you?
I can echo exactly what she said about Michael. But Michael, when he first met me on a cattle call in New York, it was for Little Abner. I think I'd been in New York maybe for 1 week. And I'd met Joey Calvin on the road with Pajama Game, a national company. I'm in New York, and Joey taught me the double stomp. And I said, what's this all about? And he said, you're going to an audition for Michael Kidd for Little Abner. I know they need a replacement and so on, and you have a good chance. And I said, what's this all about? Michael had no idea that the little girl at the audition in the blue striped jersey and the tights and all had come from a little town in Kansas, less than 400 people, had never been in New York, didn't know what a subway was, the city bus, anything, didn't know what an audition was that was called a cattle call. I don't know how many people were there. He couldn't have hired me on technique, but I think there was energy there. And I can forever thank my background in tap dance from age 5 as making it through a number of auditions. And fortunately, after that, I had the kind of experience with Michael that allowed me to be hired sometimes without an audition, so I was very grateful. But at the end of that call, I did end up getting the job. I had no idea how lucky I was. I had no idea. Not a clue. And from there on, as she said, Michael really worked you to death. But you look forward to rehearsals. You really look forward to rehearsals. They were fun. And one thing about Michael is you never felt like marking anything. You always did everything pull out. It was just his style. And being quirky, he always had a habit of pairing the larger girls with smaller boys. And as Grover would tell you, the girls didn't always have to be pregnant, like the girl he threw over his shoulder and so on and so forth. One of the girls that I replaced.
Well, immediately following the double stomp,
Yeah.
we would I would sweep you up onto my shoulder, have you across my shoulder, and then I would carry you doing that. And Becky Warno, who you replaced, she was 7 months pregnant on my shoulder.
But anyway, he loved to place larger girls with smaller guys. And the guys were very strong, and the girls breathed correctly, and the lips were a breeze. So it always worked. And the experience with Michael then led me into Destry. I just got a call one day, and I guess they needed another girl, and I lucked out again. And it was always such a pleasure with rehearsals. And I remember him making.
So you didn't have to dance?
Not for Destry, not
wow.
I just whatever. But
back that's rare now. It doesn't happen anymore.
And I didn't know how fortunate I really was, because I came from no background or experience, having no clue of what New York was all about. I learned very fast. And then he had to make a correction for me in Little Abner once. It was only one count, but I was one count off, making an entrance and upstage left. And he said, Shirley, you're landing on 3, and that should be in the air and land on 4. He says, you know, you're good in the show, but you could be better. And he was so kind and so sweet and thoughtful when he came down to the dressing room, announced it to me, and I said, okay, I'll do that. And I made the correction, it never came up again, and that was it. But Michael had such a subtle way of making you feel like you could do it and making a correction, because he had a penchant for detail.
Well, you know, he believed he was comfortable in his own skin. So we were comfortable with that. And the belief in the work was right there.